Hello, welcome back to One Shots Fun Spots. I'm your host once again, Joe Boersma, and we are here. We're actually privileged today to have our guest, Albert Lewis Stevens, who is an app developer. Hello, Albert.
Hello, actually, app creator. Um, Developers do different things. I create, I also facilitate.
Amazing. I guess, do we know any of the apps that you've worked on?
Yeah, you may have heard of one. It has no name yet. It's a startup. It's an algorithmic AI
Hmm.
that computes the amount of mucus in your external auditory meatus.
Mhm.
Layman's term, your ear canal.
You have an app that measures mucus in your ear canal
Correct.
with AI.
Yeah, it's what I've said. Yes, it's an artificial intelligence that
Hmm.
helps to compute the amount of, again, earwax and meatus,
Yeah.
earwax that is in your ear canal.
What information does it need to help calculate that?
Well, it needs to know body mass index. It needs to know the shape of your ears,
Mhm.
and it needs information about your cranial structure.
Did you find that there was a lot of demand for this app?
There was demand from very select circles,
Huh.
but I have found that while it's a startup, we have got some really interesting calls from the armed services,
Okay.
especially and I'm not going to. I don't know if I'm giving anything away here, but the Navy SEALs are interested in this because of the whole water thing.
Uh-huh. Okay. So they were like, we have too much earwax
Well, it
or
has
not
to do with.
enough?
I'll explain. It
Thank you.
has to do with dry versus wet.
Uh-huh. Right. Okay. But what were they saying? Why did they need the app? They need to know how much they have.
They
Why?
need to know how much um, each person,
Mhm.
right? Each candidate
Yeah.
within the Navy SEALs, how much earwax they have, and they also want to understand how many of their cadets have dry earwax and
Uh-huh.
how many of them have wet
So
earwax.
the app also does that. It tells you if it's dry or wet.
Yes, it does.
Okay.
It's quite advanced. I'm very proud of it. It's been my life's work.
Why do they need to know that?
Well, national defense.
That's not a good enough answer. Why do they need to know how much earwax they have in their ears?
Navy
And if it's
SEALs.
wet or dry?
Let me explain.
You've been saying that and you didn't explain anything. I don't understand.
Let me explain. The Navy SEALs operate in water. Yeah.
Yeah, I know that.
Back in the 1920s, when they were developed, right, as a
Don't
branch.
cry. Please don't cry.
I won't.
Okay.
It is my life's work, but I won't cry. Not that a man can't cry.
No, I mean, okay, you can cry. I just meant like it's okay. Like
It
you're in
is okay.
it's a safe space.
It
And
very
I
much is
didn't mean,
okay.
I'm sorry if I was a little hostile there.
It sounded a little hostile, but you know what? I'm a big boy and I can take it.
Great, I'm glad. Go
Okay.
on. I'm crying, but
1920s,
whatever.
the Navy SEALs were, sorry, I'm getting emotional
Yeah,
again.
no, go on.
The Navy SEALs were developed
Mhm.
and it sprang out of
In the
actual,
20s.
what's that again?
In the 20s?
1920s,
Okay.
right around 1922.
I see.
Golden
After
age,
World War One.
after World War One.
Uh-huh.
Sorry, I'm getting emotional
No,
again.
please. Yeah, no.
Um,
Here's some tissues.
so I think about the history and
Yeah.
yeah, World War One.
Mhm.
It was a hard thing for
Yeah,
my
lost
family.
generation.
Yeah, so they developed the program of the Navy SEALs using SEALs
Mhm.
originally.
Yeah. That
Uh,
seems
the-
impractical.
Impractical.
Right.
They couldn't speak English.
Yeah.
They
That was
couldn't.
that was the main obstacle. Was that they
Well,
didn't
and
speak
and
English.
they're intelligent animals, but it's
Okay.
the communication.
Yeah,
Like, hey,
that's
we need you to go take out this terrorist.
mhm. There were
Um,
terrorists in 1922?
oh, of course,
Yeah, okay.
of course. Yeah, it's like it wasn't what we think of as terrorism now, but
Sure,
it
I
was.
see, I
Yeah, it was
see.
the beginnings
Yeah.
of.
You're getting to the earwax, right?
Well, I was already there.
Okay, okay, circle back.
Let's circle back.
Great.
Okay, 1922.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm getting
No,
emotional
no, no,
again.
and that's not yeah.
1922. It's the golden age. You've got
Roaring 20s.
Art Deco
Yes.
everywhere. You've got the Roaring Twenties. You've got the Fitzgeralds. They're partying.
Wow.
Unfortunately, you've got terrorism too.
Didn't the Fitzgeralds party in Europe?
They were in Europe, but sometimes, well, Yes, but sometimes they were in Kennebunkport, Maine,
I see.
or Massachusetts.
But not like New York or like Chicago or anything.
Sometimes,
Okay.
but they had other people there
Yeah.
too.
This was their era, is what we're saying.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. So let me explain. So,
Yeah.
Navy SEALs. They're
Can't wait.
SEALs. Sorry, I'm getting emotional
Yeah,
again.
no.
They're SEALs.
Yeah.
And this, sorry, I think about those
And I
poor
gave you
animals.
tissues. Do you want to use the tissues?
Yes, please.
Yeah. There you go.
Let me dab my
I hope
eyes.
that
Okay.
helps.
Real men cry.
Yeah.
Even app creators
True.
and
I
facilitators.
forgot that you created an app.
So the SEALs,
Yeah.
they don't speak English.
Right.
They can't be communicated with.
Yeah. I'm foreseeing that they moved on from the animals and
Yes.
they got to people.
Well, they got the people,
Yeah.
and unfortunately, with people, spending time underwater for
Mhm.
long periods is actually really bad for your ears.
Mhm.
So now the whole department is wanting to switch over with this AI app that
Yeah.
I've developed, or not
So
developed,
jumping
created.
straight from the mid 20s, the early 20s, all the way to now when they're using AI.
Yes.
Got it. What a
It,
complete explanation you've given.
it fell into. Sorry, I'm laughing because it's so simple.
Right.
I just wish.
Can I have those tissues? Thank you.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's all
I just wish.
right.
You know, I hope this makes sense for you eventually. But
I'm starting to embrace the lack of my understanding. And
well, that is, as I've heard, that is the first step towards enlightenment, is
wow.
acknowledging your own not understanding.
I
So
see.
I would continue doing that.
Great. Okay. So now this is not the only app you've worked on. The AI
No,
earwax for the Navy SEALs.
this is one of many.
Yes.
I have another app that tests the acidity in lemons.
Mhm.
Some lemons are too acidic, and quite
Right.
quite honestly, chefs have come to me. I've been talking to Rachel Ray. She
Mhm.
said, "Look, these lemons, they're out of control."
Does this also use AI?
Yes,
Yes. Okay. It's an app. So is it on a phone?
you can get it on a phone, but it's more than like, because the server takes up a lot of energy.
Right. Sweet. Yeah. I
So
know
it's not for public use yet. Of course, we are trying to lease it out to the military, lease it out to the
that. Okay.
chefs.
But does the military use a lot of lemons?
Not so much, but the other app
Yeah.
is for.
There may be bigger markets for you. Because there are, like, I mean, chefs, sure, but like, I mean, lemon growers might need it.
Correct.
Uh,
Lemon growers, which coincidentally is Europe. I mean, think
oh,
back to, yeah, I mean, this is
Mediterranean.
it all, the Mediterranean. We got, I mean, honestly, this app might actually solve some of the problems between the Palestinians and
My
Israelis.
goodness. Wow.
That's what I'm hoping.
Yeah.
Again, it's my life's work.
Right.
So that and
Yeah.
the earwax.
Again, I'm embracing the lack of understanding. I don't really know how you
Continue to
got
do
there.
that because I can see how ignorant you are.
Oh, thank you.
So,
Do you have
ultimately,
any apps that'll help me understand?
not yet.
Okay.
Not yet. That's honestly, that might be just a human problem.
Got it. Oh, it's a me problem.
It's a you problem.
Oh, okay. Great. So yeah, we got the earwax for the Navy
Mm-hmm.
SEALs with AI. We got the lemon. Well, why do they want to know how acidic the lemons are? Like you said, they're too acidic, but like what? I mean, like they're going to be acidic.
Two
Acidic.
words. Climate change.
Oh, okay. So they're getting more acidic because of climate change.
Correct.
Right. But again, you want your lemon to be acidic.
Sure, but not too acidic.
Not too acidic.
Not the way they're growing up now.
So like, okay, so like you'll open a lemon and it'll like it'll rust your knife, it'll melt your table.
It can take away skin at this point.
Wow.
Some of these lemons are wild.
Right.
You go to places, I mean, I was in Tuscany. Okay. I was in Tuscany. This was 2 summers ago.
Hmm.
I was creating a new app,
Yeah.
working with a partner of mine. Opened up a lemon, got some in my eye.
Oh.
So painful.
Yeah.
It was one of the stingiest lemons I've ever experienced.
Wow.
And I knew right then, I was like, something needs to be done here.
Hmm.
And then I started looking into it. I was going online, looking at Reddit. They were saying, hey, lemons,
Yeah.
it's a problem. So yeah.
My instinct would be any lemon on earth, if you put it in your eye, would be stingy.
Not like this one.
This is more.
more so,
Th-
way more so.
and this was one of the lemons that could take off your skin,
Yeah.
but you got it in your eye.
Yeah, and what happens in a world where lemons can't be consumed?
Yeah.
I
And
mean,
now I didn't want to ask about your eye patch, but is it the same accident that led you to
same
that?
exact one.
Wow.
I'm glad you didn't mention it until after the story. I was going to talk about it,
Sure.
but the fact that
Yeah.
that
I didn't want to
that tells me that
presuppose.
you're learning a little
Well,
bit.
thank you. That's so
So,
nice.
you're welcome.
Appreciate it.
I don't want to give you too much though,
Yeah.
because you still have a lot to learn.
Great. Okay. All right. Yeah, I'll take it piecemeal. That's fine with me.
I should mention, lemons don't speak English, much like the seals.
Yeah.
But it doesn't. This isn't a problem that is long
Well,
standing.
can
It's relatively recent.
that sounds like the AI can help with that.
They might. They
Yeah.
might. I call them they. They
Yeah,
pronouns.
sure,
Yeah.
sure. AI. That makes sense
Yeah.
actually. Now so any other apps? So that's two. You said you had many. So I'm wondering if there's a third one.
Well, there is an app I'm developing right now,
Mhm.
in which how children, as they get older,
Yeah.
sometimes adults put like a ruler on their head
Mhm.
and make a line
Yeah.
on a
They put
wall.
the ruler on their head?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like
Yeah.
like they put like a pencil on the top of their head and
Ooh,
they
oh
make a
sure.
mark so it
Yeah.
shows.
Do they need it needs to be a ruler? Can it be just like the other
It can be a
hand?
level.
Or just, put the pencil directly over the head of the
Well,
kid?
let me explain.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
it's really just a pencil. You could use a ruler because
Mhm.
some people do
Yeah.
because they have. Sorry, I'm getting emotional.
Yeah, yeah, no. I get you.
It's my inner child, I think,
I see.
that gets emotional. And so, like on a wall, got a pencil, and
The way
it.
you said inner child made me think there's an outer child as well.
I don't know. I'm no
I
psychologist.
see. Okay. Sorry, that's my understanding then.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I am creating something right
Mhm.
now in which an AI will be able to measure
Mhm.
over time how tall a child will get.
Will get. Oh, predicts the future.
Mhm.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. And how? I mean, now it seems like you would need many years to know if it actually works.
You would, but test studies so far have
Mhm.
been really positive,
Yeah.
and we've been able to assure 65% accuracy,
Right.
which honestly is pretty good in the AI world right now.
Uh-huh.
So,
Yeah, yeah. Okay. But how? It's like AI was only a thing in like maybe 2022, 2023.
right,
So like you've only had 2 or 3 years to actually do
exactly.
this.
So this is why it's still being created,
Right.
still being facilitated.
Yeah. I mean, I would. I guess that seems like a long time investment, too long a time of an investment to actually worry about. I mean, these are, I don't want to, say this, but I guess my feeling is these are kind of minor issues that your apps are tackling, and there's maybe bigger issues that they could be tackling.
Well, I want to examine the word feelings because remember, feelings are
Okay,
not facts. This is
right.
something that we learn as we go.
So okay, so the
Um,
fact is that these are big issues.
they are big
Yeah,
issues. Like I say, I've had Wolfgang Puck,
right.
Emerald Lagasse,
Uh-huh.
Rachel Ray.
Yeah, they wanted the lemon one.
The lemons are a bigger issue. It's not told on the news. They're not
Mhm.
talking about it on NBC or
Got it.
CNN or CNBC or MSNBC
You don't,
or
yeah.
Fox.
You
They're
don't have
not
to list.
talking about
You
this
don't have to
stuff,
list. Okay, great.
right? But it's there.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So they've got height, projecting the heights of kids. Can
Right?
it tell you the height of the kid now?
It can't do that yet.
Can't can't look at a kid and tell you how big the kid is.
We haven't gotten there yet.
Okay, that seems like the easiest place to start. Like there's apps that can tell you the size of a table and like measure the table in your room and stuff like that. Or
Well, as you said, this stuff is still in its infancy.
Mhm.
It's still coming of age.
Yeah.
So
All right. And then does that work with your phone's camera or something like that? Or
no, you it only works with a disposable camera.
I see. So okay, so you take a picture on a disposable camera,
Mhm.
you show that to the phone, or what
No,
happens
you
next?
get the photos developed,
Yes.
and then you have to so you get the photos developed.
Yeah.
Okay. Then you have to go to a doctor. You have to have the doctor predict or give the BMI of the child.
Okay. Well, it wasn't that's the second one that needs the BMI. The earwax one needed the BMI
Yes.
too.
So BMI is a particular aspect, honestly, of all three
But
apps.
my understanding was that the medical industry was getting rid of the use of BMI. That they thought it was useless.
It is not useless.
Okay.
It is absolutely useful
Wow.
for all sorts of things.
Yeah.
Lemons
Right.
have a BMI.
Mhm. Lemons have a
Seals.
BMI? Lemons
Lemons
have a
have a
B? I mean, I didn't even know lemons had a body.
well,
You just consider the
this is the problem. This is the
Oh, I see.
problem we're running
Did I
into.
say something that was out of turn there?
No, no, no. I'm just
Okay.
saying, like, you raised the question well, is lemons have a body?
Right. That is how I said it.
When are we living in a world where lemons don't have a body?
Yeah, I don't. Yep. Well, I think. I mean, to be, I think technically correct in terms of like plant anatomy,
Mhm.
the lemon is kind of like
It's a
reproductory.
fruiting body.
It's a fruiting body of
See, knowledge.
yeah. What is that? What
A lemon is a
a
fruiting body.
fruiting
Say
body?
it.
Fruiting body.
Yeah, fruiting body. Yes,
What is that? What does that mean?
it's a body.
Yeah.
It's a
Fruiting?
body. It has a BMI.
That's the body part is not what I'm concerned about.
Yeah.
Fruiting.
Fruiting.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, fruiting body. It's a body that's fruiting.
Uh-huh. Oh, I see. Okay.
Lemons are fruits.
I did know that.
You did?
Yes, they have
Good.
seeds and I get that part.
Yeah.
Cool. Great.
Oranges are fruits.
Yeah. Don't list a bunch of fruits, please. Don't list a bunch of fruits. Yeah.
Sorry.
Great.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Ah,
Okay. So that's 3 apps, 4 apps. I forget. I've lost count now. You have so many.
well, I am a creator,
You're a
and
developer.
my mind is always.
Or sorry, you're a creator. That's right.
I'm very creative. I've got an idea for toothpaste. Like, how like after a while there's this crud
Uh-huh.
that develops on the outside of the toothpaste
Right.
thing,
Yeah.
the tube.
Tube.
I'm trying to develop something that will help eliminate that.
Eliminate it.
Think of all the waste, all
Yeah.
that toothpaste waste.
Okay, so you want the app to like again, I keep imagining these apps are on your phone. They're not, are they all on your where do these apps exist if not on your phone?
Well, they're in the cloud right now.
Sure.
But once they get from the cloud to your phone, it'll be the easiest thing in the world.
Okay, so what is your phone then gonna do? What do you imagine the phone will do to get rid of the crud?
Well, it measures. Well, first you need the BMI, then
Of what? Of the toothpaste?
of yourself.
Your own BMI?
Yes,
What? Please. Okay, go on.
it's data. This is analytics, my friend.
Yeah.
Analytics. Say it
Okay.
together with me. Analytics.
Analytics.
Okay, good.
Okay, good.
So,
Stop.
Yeah.
Thank you.
okay, you need your own BMI.
Mhm.
Okay, you have to feed it into the AI.
Right.
Okay, the app.
Yeah.
You take a picture of your teeth because it needs that.
Right.
Some little minuscule medical data. Some.
Wait. What does that mean? Any data point like my blood
Well,
pressure?
no, it's. I can't go into it because it's licensed and
Okay.
there's some copyright stuff
Sure.
that I'm, thinking about.
Okay.
So I can't go into it, but I can say that ultimately it will reduce a whole lot of toothpaste waste.
I'm gonna go. I think to an earlier point I had. It
Sure.
sounds like this would be really a lot easier if you could just have it access the phone's camera and you show the crud, to the phone.
I tried it. Doesn't
work.
Nope.
It can't get any data points from that, but it can get data points from pictures of your teeth and your BMI. And
Correct.
some other medical thing.
Yeah, I mean, again, this is advanced data analytics.
Clearly. And now, in the pictures of your teeth, is it just a front-on like picture of your teeth, or do you have to get into your mouth, open
You
your
have
mouth?
to get as many data points.
Right.
Sorry.
No, that. Oh,
As
sorry.
many data points as you can get.
Someone said X-ray. Who was that? What was that?
X-ray?
Did you hear that? A voice just
I
said
did.
X-ray.
I did hear that voice.
Is that your phone?
That was
come out
my.
of your,
That
okay.
was my. That was the AI.
This is another app? Oh my goodness.
It was talking to me, saying,
Yeah.
"Hey,
what do you-
mention the."
What do you call your AI?
Susan.
Susan.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's a good name. It's nice.
Yeah, Susan. So.
Wow. Okay. Hello, Susan.
Hello.
I think I heard it.
Yeah, that was her.
Great. Cool. All right. Anyway, so okay, so that's one that you have in development that it's not being used yet.
Right. I've had some interested parties, but that's something that's a couple of years in the future.
Yeah. I mean, these don't seem like I don't know. There's something to me like there's an apps. These are very niche, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
Yes, they are. They are niche. They are specialized, and they're yeah. They're all those things.
Great, great. I mean, do you have any others, or do you want to? I guess I guess I have some ideas for apps if you're interested.
Well, I mean, I don't know if you have the knowledge of the data analytics, but if you want to give me an idea, I might
Mhm.
be able to run with it
Yeah.
and
Well,
play
I don't
with it
know
a little
why
bit.
I would need to know anything about analytics. I just have an idea, and you just tell me if it would be a good idea for an app or not.
Sure. Do you need to know my BMI for you
No,
to?
of course not. Why would I need? I don't. I'm not an AI. I don't need to know that.
Okay.
I
So what?
also don't think it means anything.
I understand you're getting a little irate right now. This
No.
comes from someone who doesn't understand. But tell me your ideas.
Okay. I
I,
mean,
I
like,
will. I will try and listen with an open
okay. It
mind.
sounds like you think this is a bad idea.
I don't know what it is. I can't say whether it's a bad
It
idea.
sounds like you think the process of me giving you an idea for an app is a bad idea. You're
I think
like,
it's a fine idea. Why don't you explain it to me?
I mean, I don't even want to talk about it now. I would just imagine. Here's what I imagined: like you would hold up your phone,
Sure.
and it would tell you if you, you know, if your outfit looks good or something like that.
If what?
If your outfit looks good or something like that.
Um, that's certainly an idea.
Okay, you don't think it doesn't sound like you like it.
Well, I don't know the practical applications of it. I don't think
I
that
think
people really want to know how they look.
I
I
think
think
everyone wants to know that, and I think a lot of people would download that app.
I think it would be far better if an app took a photo of your outfit
Huh.
and then through that could give you a sense of how tall you're going to be in
Uh-huh.
the future.
I see. Okay, so you don't even need to be in the clothes. You just show the picture of the clothes.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I no, I think those are very unrelated things. That like
I just don't buy it. I don't
I
think people want to know how good they
also
look.
that's one time use. You're only going to get one prediction of your height, but you wear an outfit every day. So like you're only going to use the height one time. You're going to
I
use the
don't wear
outfit
an
one
outfit every day. Sometimes I wear a burlap sack.
uh-huh. But that is an outfit.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Okay. Okay.
Touche,
Great.
as the French like to say.
I thought you were going to say that you just wear the same clothes every day.
At times, but
Mhm.
that's obviously not every day. This is a different outfit than what I had on yesterday.
Sure. But okay, but that's like do you do that if you're busy? You just keep
Mhm.
wearing the same outfit?
Yeah, just for ease.
Mhm. Do you I mean, it sounds or do you get overworked, do you think at all? You have been crying a lot.
I've been crying mostly because it's just the.
Yeah, okay. I mean, if you're overworked and stressed, we can talk about that. Do you think that it's like you have like you're workaholic or something like that or
Well, I think I have been, but I do have an app in the works
uh
that's dealing with stress.
Wow, okay, tell me about that.
Yeah, so it's called Stress Be Gone.
Oh, this is the first title I think we've heard.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
and this is something I'm working with a guy in
Mhm.
China.
Okay.
It's called Stress Be Gone, and what it does is pretty fascinating. So when you feel stressed,
Mhm.
you talk to it.
Okay.
So it's verbal
Yeah.
and it talks back, and it honestly kind of makes you feel like what you're feeling isn't worth feeling,
Huh.
so that you leave the feeling behind.
I
You're like,
see.
it honestly diminishes. It doesn't validate your feelings at all.
Right. It's
So I'll
yeah.
give you an example. So I'm going to be the app. You be me
Okay.
talking to me, the app.
Okay. Hey, it's me, Albert. I'm starting to feel like I'm a workaholic, like I don't have any value unless I'm working all the time. I just need to make all these apps in order to feel any kind of validation.
Hi, Albert. Nothing that you have said matters.
Hmm,
You don't matter.
right. Okay. Well, and based on what you said before, it sounds like that would be its answer to everything you might say. Is that accurate?
Well, there are variations to
Okay. Well,
it.
let's try another one then.
Yeah.
I'll say, hey, it's me, Albert. I'm really upset that my eye got burned out by a lemon. Uh,
Don't be upset. You are an adult, not a child.
hmm. I see. So it's enforcing kind of the opposite of what you said before, because you said men can cry, and it's kind of saying like Don't worry about that. You're an adult. Man up, I guess it sounds like it's saying.
There's a certain amount of cognitive dissonance that
Mm,
goes into being an app creator,
I see.
facilitator.
Okay.
So for me, both things exist.
I see.
Yeah.
I see. I'm also actually kind of curious.
Yeah.
Because
Curiosity's good,
okay. Oh,
although it has killed cats.
but yeah, I'm not a cat,
No.
so that's fine. Uh, do you? I mean, have you had like a big success with any of these apps? Are you like rich or something?
Yeah, I'm doing okay. I've got some reserves. I've got
Mm.
some bank. You may have heard of something called Zune.
Zune.
Yeah, remember Zoom?
I remember Zune.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Zune. Yeah, I was a part of that.
I thought. Okay, but I felt like they got kind of beat out by Apple with the iPods and stuff like
They
that.
did. They
Yeah.
did. So I sold my shares and
Right. Oh, did you sell early?
yeah,
Oh, nice.
yeah,
Okay. All right. That's
yeah.
pretty good.
Do you remember Beanie Babies?
I remember Beanie Babies. Yes.
I was not a part of that.
Oh, okay.
But I remember them, and I
Okay.
thought maybe you'd remember them
Yeah.
too.
Well,
And
we were talking about money, so I'd like to keep on that. If you could just
sure,
not
sure,
deviate from that.
whatever. It's your show,
Yeah.
not my show.
Well, okay.
I'm just an app creator facilitator.
But you've made money from from the apps though, or was it just Zune way back then?
I see a lot of there's a lot of potential. There's a lot of potential. Like I say, the Navy has come to me.
Right. The military paycheck is big, I
The
imagine.
military, I mean, the contract is going to be big.
Mhm.
Like I say, Lemons got Rachel Ray.
Yeah. You keep
Uh,
mentioning Rachel Ray. I understand she's famous and well to do.
Martha Stewart. Martha
Really?
Stewart has been. She hasn't knocked on my door, but she
Mm.
has. I've heard
Yeah.
told other people that she's heard about this Lemon app.
Mhm.
So I'd say, hey, Martha Stewart's in on it. It's gold.
Right. No matter what she's saying about it, it's kind of like she's talking about it, therefore it's
She's
good.
talking about it, and I can only assume it's good
Yeah. Well, but
because what's it going to be? Bad? No,
it could be bad. I mean, I could
I
imagine
don't. I don't
someone.
buy it.
Well, I mean, you said the press isn't talking about how acidic the lemons are, so people don't know the worth of your product.
They will. It's happening.
Yeah.
It's things are in the works,
But
man. This is how creating to facilitating goes.
I guess I just want you to admit the idea that Martha Stewart may not have heard about the acidic lemons and therefore might think your app is not a good idea.
No, because look, I've heard about Martha. I
Uh,
think, and even when she says things are in a negative way, she means them positive.
okay. Oh, okay.
She means them. It almost never a Martha Stewart comment that's negative. It's
Hmm.
always just like, because I've heard her say like, "Don't use that chopping block,"
Right.
but what she means is use that chopping block.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Then now it sounds like you're in complete denial. It sounds like you're just hearing words that she's saying and assuming they're good or positive, even if
I
they're
don't
not.
know. I think I'm a healthy skeptic. I
I
think
see.
I'm not in denial.
Uh,
I'm honestly I'm a little like, our forefathers in that
right.
like I'm a bootstraps guy. I get out there and I hit the pavement
You
and
keep
I'm
you slapped your boots there. Those are
that's
nice.
what I do.
Yeah. Okay, that also sounds like something someone in denial would say.
I
Yeah.
guess.
So you're skeptical of Martha Stewart saying negative things?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I've heard she's very positive. I think she's a positive woman and she's gotten ahead in life by believing in herself and believing in her products and hey, I take a lot of inspiration from
Did
that.
you ever hear her speak about her time in house arrest?
Yeah, yeah. She was in house arrest,
Yeah.
but you
What
know,
did she say anything about that you thought, "Oh, that's not what she means. She actually means this?"
she'd mentioned white collar crime, and
Mhm.
I said, "Cool."
Yeah. So did you in what way? I mean, are you in what way did you hear her talk about white collar crime and you said, "Okay."
Well, again, I don't know her,
Yeah.
but I'm hearing through the grapevine
Right.
about her. So
Have you
it was in Tuscany,
have you
right? I
committed
was
any Okay,
listening through
sorry.
the grapevine,
Yes.
and someone said that Martha Stewart was talking about lemons.
You were listening through a grapevine in Tuscany?
I was so. Have you ever been there?
I have not been there personally. No.
Oh my God, so beautiful. So you got all these lemon orchards.
Mm.
You've got grapevines everywhere. It's hard not to hear things through the grapevine.
Okay. Do they produce sound? Do they like create
Well,
sound?
they allow sound because
Oh,
they're vines, so
right.
you can listen through the grapevine.
So other vines also work, ivy vines.
Not as well,
Hmm. Interesting. That's where the phrase must come from then.
correct. They
See.
don't say, "I heard it through the ivy vine.
Yeah.
I heard it through the pothos vine."
Yeah. Well, one final question there. have you committed a white collar crime? Because it sounded like you were saying that earlier.
Me? No, no, I don't
Yeah,
think so. I
you don't think so?
don't.
Have you done anything like with money, financially, moved it around?
Yeah,
And
I mean, there was some stuff in '08 that people were like, "Hey, you might be in on this. Do you know Madoff?" I said, "No, no, I don't know Madoff, so I don't know
okay,
Madoff."
I don't know why'd you bring it up then? You don't know
Well,
him.
I'm just saying, people were like, "Hey, do you know Madoff?" And
Yeah,
I was like, "No, I don't know Madoff.
that's the
How would I know
closest.
Madoff?" So,
Well, now it's okay. That's the closest you've ever come to a white collar crime.
not even through a grapevine. I hadn't even heard anything through a grapevine.
Got it.
Enron, I did have some stock in Enron, but Bernie Madoff,
Yeah.
I never.
Yeah, never. Okay, great. You know what? That's about all the time we have, and
Awesome.
I um, I mean, I may press you on that later at a different time.
Sure,
Yeah, because
sure. I am impressed. So you can press anytime.
I will. Okay, excellent.
So
This
press away.
yeah. Oh, one day I
Yeah.
may. Yeah. Although,
Honestly, I create better under pressure. So
okay,
press all you want.
good to know.
I'm a diamond. Charcoal,
Yeah, yeah.
diamond.
I
That's
see.
me.
Excellent. Well, this has been One Shots Fun Spots. I've been your host, Joe Boersma. Thanks for listening. You've been great.